Good morning, everyone, or whatever time it is you're watching this. Thank you for joining us as always. I'm Andrew from Momentum, the video and podcast ministry. Well, you're probably well acquainted with that by now. Today we'll be looking at Romans 8, 26 and 27, and let's go ahead and read it. And you can follow along as the verse will be on the screen as I read it. In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weakness. We do not know what we ought to pray for, but the Spirit himself intercedes for us through wordless groans. And he who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people in accordance with the will of God. Now, this is the last Devo on Romans 8. We've done multiple Devos leading up to this, and you can click the flag in the corner or the link in the description or caption, depending on wherever you're watching this, to watch the rest of my Romans 8 Devos. Also, while you're at it, it'd be incredible if you could like, comment, follow, subscribe to all of our social medias. We have a lot of good content coming out the rest of this year and a lot of big plans for next year. So make sure to hit subscribe, then click the bell so you can keep up to date with all the content we're releasing. So intercession. Intercession is defined according to Google as the action of intervening on behalf of another. This passage talks about how the Spirit knows us and will intercede on our behalf to God. While studying and praying over this Devo, this analogy popped into my head. There's a son and his father. The kid is working on math and doesn't understand the topics and the concept that his homework is on. The son's grades then start reflecting that he doesn't understand, so his dad steps in and asks the teacher, after seeing his son's grades, like, what's going on? Is he just goofing off, or is he like not understanding something? The teacher then lets him know that he doesn't understand the concepts, but he doesn't know how to ask questions concerning not knowing these concepts and these topics. So his dad steps in and looks over what the math is, make sure he knows how to do it himself, and then he goes to his son and tries to help him figure out what's going on. Now, there's a few misunderstandings and a few maybe minor arguments that pop up just because the son doesn't understand what he's doing and he may be overwhelmed or stressed. But the dad shows him exactly what he needed in order to understand the math and do it correctly. The Spirit works just like this for us. We face many struggles throughout our lives, and often we may not know how to approach the struggle or even begin to understand what is even going on. This is where the Spirit steps in for our case. When we pray, we might not know how to pray for the struggle, but God and the Spirit are one, so they can help you figure out how to carry yourselves in times of struggle according to God's will. The verse talks about how the Spirit can work through our weakness, and as I've stated many times in this devotional series, we are not alone. God has given us the Spirit and tells us about how he will help us overcome and be more than conquerors. Now, I leave this Devo with this reflection. God has told us he has our backs and we won't be alone. So how do we move forward in times of struggle, times of hardships, and times of our own weakness, knowing that God will work through us and help us get through it? Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.